Nithyananda, welcome back to Wednesday Nithya Kriya. Today we are on the 14th Kriya, and today's Kriya is called Cure for Eczema. So I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Dallas, Singapore. My name is Nithya Dugananda on the 15th of February 2023. So welcome people from joining me at a Zoom and also people from Adinam, as well as we're also live on a few social media, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, right? Yeah. So with that, let's take a few moments to center ourselves in restful awareness before we enter into the Kriya itself. Okay, so sit with the back straight, aligning your whole back, head, neck, and spine in one straight line. Bring awareness to this whole body from head to the toes or fingertips, such that you feel the boundaries of your skin. Whatever it is, the boundary of the skin within is your physical body. So bring awareness to this whole physical shape of the body. And then expand your awareness to your breathing. So bring awareness to your breathing itself by inhaling very slowly. Enter into a gap and exhale very slowly and completely. And then the second gap. Continue to breathe in and out in this fashion, just with awareness of the two gaps, inhalation and exhalation, and the exhalation and inhalation. Let the gaps, which is the space where there's no thought and action, in that space is the Shiva consciousness. You experience Shiva consciousness, the God consciousness. So in that space, you will be able to center yourself. So let's take a few more moments to slowly bring ourselves to the present moment. In that restful awareness, I'd like you to join the palms together in the prayer pose, a Manjari Mudra. Put it in front of the heart center, Anahata Chakra. We invoke Swamiji or Guru to this space by chanting the Sadguru Vandanam followed by 3 times Mahavakya. Take a deep breath. Nithyanandam Paramasukaram Kevalam Jnanamurtim Vandvatitam Gagana Shatrisham Tattvamasya Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Savadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadguruntam Namami. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. With that, let's begin today's session. Next slide. So here's the outline of what we'll be going through today. First, very quick recap on what is Nithya Kriya. First, what is Kriya and what is Nithya Kriya. And then we will talk about eczema itself, this skin disorder, inflammation. We'll talk about it in general. And then what are the types of eczema and what causes it? Okay, what causes eczema? Then we'll enter into the Shastra Pramana for Nithya Kriya and some practice guidelines. And then we'll all go through the instruction for the Kriya itself, where we'll be doing together. And finally, the sharing. Okay, so next slide. So what is a Kriya? A Kriya refers to a set of practices, mainly breath control techniques and exercises that are practiced to achieve a specific outcome. So the word Kriya is a Sanskrit word that means completed action. Okay, so that is Kriya. And now, what is Nithya Kriya, which was developed by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, formerly known as Swamiji. So, Nithya Kriya is actually a unique set of healing processes with knowledge and techniques drawn from the most authentic, sacred yogic scriptures of Hinduism, with specific combination compiled, expressed from the personal experience of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So basically, when Swamiji was working on this Kriya, understand, he tested it on his own body to see the effect of it. So he literally did the R&D on himself. Okay. So the Nithya Kriya, go back. The Nithya Kriya is soundly anchored in the sacred yoga scriptures like Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Gheranda Samhita, and Shiva Samhita. So these are the scriptures which was being referred to when these kriyas were developed. Okay, next. So understand, in each of the kriya there are 5 important components working in unison to create the intended effect on the body, whether it's for eczema, whether it's for headache, whether it's for cancer, whether it's for diabetes, whatever is intended cure, these components are there. So let's look at it. So the healing achieved through the Nithya Kriya is permanent as it works on the cellular biomemory level. So these are the 5 components: breath, visualization, asanas, and body movement. It could be a karana, like body movement. Asanas are yoga posture. And sound inside, which is known as a mantra, and outside, which is music. Okay, so it generates natural storage, and therefore there's no side effect at all. It means whatever you practice, there's no side effect, only good healing effect. So beside the healing, the Nithya Kriyas have a powerful permanent effect on your very brain functioning. Why? Because during the Kriya, the breathing technique actually awakens the Kundalini Shakti, the inner potential energy. As a result of that, it rewires the brain. It activates those non-mechanical parts of the brain. And as a result of that, you become much more intelligent as well. All right, next slide. So now let's understand what is eczema. Okay, eczema, there are so many categories. When I did the research, I just realized, oh my God. And I didn't dare to put too many pictures because some pictures are quite repulsive. So I just put a couple just to show that what is eczema. But there are many types, I realize. So we'll go through the different types of eczema just to have the general knowledge. See, these are taken from the Cleveland Clinic. So medically, they have recognized these as acceptable knowledge about eczema. So let's at least understand that from the medical perspective. Okay. So now eczema is a skin condition that causes dry, itchy patches of the skin. It is a common condition that isn't contagious. The symptoms of eczema can flare up if you contact an irritant or an allergen. That means something that irritates the body. So eczema is a condition that causes your skin to become dry, itchy, and bumpy. Sometimes you can have blisters, or this condition weakens your skin barrier function, which is responsible for helping your skin retain moisture and protection, and protecting your body from outside elements. So when it's flared, it means that the external layer that protects your body is now weakened, which can subject to many other things. If your skin is too dry, then there's no more moisture. You get dry and itchy, right? So the protection for the body is no longer there due to the inflammation of the skin. Okay, so eczema is a type of They call the dermatitis. Okay, dermatitis means it's like a group of condition that causes skin inflammation. So actually, there are 6 types of eczemas which I found. Okay, so let's go through them one by one. So the first type is called atopic dermatitis. Okay, so this first type is a skin condition that causes decolorization and itchy rashes. It usually begins in the childhood and flares up and can continue through adulthood. There's no cure for this type of eczema, but the condition can be managed with proper care. So the treatment option include, basically putting some creams and all that, antihistamines and some prescription medication. So this is the first type. So this atopic dermatitis is the most common type of eczema of all the other 5, and it's because it happened in the childhood and it can occur any age actually. But all the people affected by this eczema, like 65% of them develop the condition within the first year of life, which means the majority of them, 50%, develop the condition before age of 5. That means during your childhood, you are still a young kid, you already have this condition. Okay, so this is the first type eczema. Now then the second type eczema is called contact dermatitis. Okay, this is caused by some irritant, something your body is not used to. That means it causes some kind of reaction. Let's say some people have allergy to, let's say, nickel. Some jewelry have nickel, or some have allergy for some kind of metal. And when they have that, it causes painful and itchy, dry skin. Okay, so as the name suggests, you get contact dermatitis from coming into contact with something. It could be poison, right? It's something that is poison that cause reaction on your skin, like a chemical. Okay, like an irritant such as a chemical. So people who work in certain profession are very highly susceptible to such risk. Like some in the construction workers, right? They work with certain chemical, and then like a florist, food handlers, hairstylists, because they have to do different chemicals for the hair. Healthcare providers, janitors, plumbers, mechanics, artists. Some of these, because artists like to use certain paint or material that can cause such a allergy. Okay, so this is the second type of eczema. Now the third type of eczema is called the name is so hard to read. Disodrotic eczema. Okay, this third type of eczema is a chronic or long-term skin condition that causes small blister and dry, itchy skin. So this is quite chronic because it causes blister. This means, can you imagine when you cause blister, when you burst the blister, it can be very, very painful, right? It's because it's exposing the raw skin. It usually develops at your fingers, hands, and feet. It means it's at the ends of your limbs. Okay, so between the age of 20 to 40, they say that it's common among women at birth with a. There are also people with personal and family history of eczema. That means it's already in the family DNA with this condition, or with a personal family history of contact dermatitis, means people who have already allergy to certain chemicals, so they develop this also, who also develop this allergy to reaction when they touch and antigen, right? So which is a foreign substance that causes allergic reaction. There are also people who what you call it, immunoglobulin infusions. These are all medical terms that means that there are certain injection of antibiotics for people with immune deficiency. So they can be allergic to certain drugs. Drugs that like antibiotics for curing some other condition, but they're allergic to that. Okay? So this is the third type. The fourth type of eczema is called neurodermatitis. Okay. Now, neurodermatitis is a non-life-threatening skin condition involving itching and scratching, usually on just one or two patches of the skin. It is also called lichen simplex chronicus. Okay, it's some kind of medical name. The itch can occur anywhere on the body, but it's most commonly found in the arms, shoulder, elbows, legs, ankle, wrist, hands, back of the neck, or scalp. Okay, so even in the area of the anal or genital areas and the face might also have the itch. So the itching can be intense, causing frequent scratching, and it may come and go. Okay, so people between 30 years old and like 50 years old are more likely to have this condition, and women are more likely to have than men to suffer from this fourth type of eczema at a ratio of 2:1. That means twice number of women get this than men. Okay, so those with anxiety disorder is also related to mental health condition. That means if you have some mental issue like anxiety disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, right? Like you constantly feel that you're dirty, you keep washing your hand. After a while, your hand also have eczema because you keep washing it with chemicals, right? So including eczema and contact dermatitis, and are more likely to develop this type of eczema, that means develop into a more complicated eczema. Okay, so this is a fourth type. The fifth type are called nummular eczema. Now, nummular is a chronic skin condition that causes round spot, raised round spot, like a ring, like a round spot. So the coin-shaped lesion are often itchy and sometimes oozes clear fluid. It can have like liquid coming out and become very, very crusty. So the condition usually responds well to treatment, but episode can recur even after successful treatment. So which means it can be recurring. So this eczema, this round ring kind of eczema, can affect anyone, but it's more common among men or people assigned male at birth, that means male body. So it tends to occur in this kind of situation. Let's say a woman or those assigned female at birth between the ages of 15 to 25, and men or those assigned male at birth age between 50 to 65. So it's like older, for women is younger. Okay, interesting. So now the last type of eczema is called seborrheic dermatitis. Okay, so the last type of eczema causes no serious harm to the body, including the hair. It appears as red, dry, flaky, itchy skin on the scalp. It's like dandruffs, Other parts of the body, like scaly, like dandruffs. And it's common. It's not contagious. Its presence doesn't mean the skin is unclean or infected. So now, about 11% of the population has this kind of eczema. It occurs most often in infants younger than 3 months old, and in adults ages 30 to 60 years old. It's more common in men than in women. If you're born with naturally oily skin, you're prone to this kind of eczema, and also a history of psoriasis in your family. Let's say your family have this skin condition. You will also be very, very prone and vulnerable to this, the last type of eczema. Okay, so these are the 6 type of eczema. If you can identify yourself, if you have some sort of this skin condition, please be very clear. I didn't know that there's so many types of eczema. I thought there are only like maybe a couple of types, but I've seen that. Wow, so many. Okay, next slide. So what triggers eczema? This is what you need to know. So you know the triggers, then you know how to stop it, right? First, your immune system. That means weak immunity. So if you have eczema, your immune system overreacts to small irritants or allergens, right? Triggers in the environment. And when you contract a trigger, what happens is your immune system assumes that these small irritants are foreign invaders like bacteria or viruses, and then can harm your body system. So as a result, the triggers activate your body's natural defense mechanism, right? The defense system. So your immune system defense is to create inflammation. Inflammation causes symptoms of eczema on your skin. So this is one of the reasons for the eczema to flare up, okay, if you have very weak immune system. And immune system, as you know, it's very much related to these glands called thymus glands in our heart chakra, just slightly above your heart center. See, our body have the endocrine system. That means there are different endocrine glands. So at the heart center, above, there's a it's like a shape of like this. I can't describe. Okay. Anyway, so this gland is responsible for your immunity. Now, if you have a lot of stress, you have a lot of psychological disturbances, mental disturbances, you will weaken your immune system. Okay. Let's say you have a lot of anxiety, you have a lot of fear, you have a lot of stress, etc., etc. That disturb your whole mind. Your psychosomatic system is disturbed, so it causes certain reaction in your body. So your immune system is also disturbed because of the stressful condition that you are living. Okay, so the way to strengthen this immune system is to make sure that you have a strong nervous system. When you have a strong nervous system, your immune system will naturally be strengthened. Also, that includes basically doing certain physical yoga breathing can help to strengthen the immune system. Okay, so now the second triggers could be your genes. You're more likely to have eczema if you have a family history of this kind of eczema. Okay, if your gene carry that DNA, so you're also at a higher risk if there's a history of asthma, hay fever, or allergies. So common allergies like pollen, pet hair, food that can trigger some allergic reaction. Like some people are allergic to milk, some people are allergic to peanuts. All this kind of allergy, right? That they can cause there, or even allergic to alcohol. I'm allergic to alcohol. I cannot take alcohol. If I take alcohol, boom, I will break out in hives. So all this, so you also have a genetic mutation that causes your skin barrier function to not work as it should. Okay. Now I remember when I was in my 20s. Yeah, in my 20s. My sister was she just had a side hobby to do facial. Okay. So she did a chemical peeling for me. Okay. Oh God, that was the biggest mistake that I made. Okay. The whole process thinned my skin layer, and as a result, my skin becomes so thin, and it tends to get red or if it get too dry. So for many years, I had this problem until I had to fix it. I gone through many beauty salon and products to try to make my skin thicker and not so sensitive. It becomes too sensitive because of the chemical. See, like the skin, right? The top few layers is all removed, and it doesn't grow back. So my skin is very thin. You understand? So from there, I learned my lesson not to do this, chemical peeling, because when you don't know, right? That was like a biggest mistake I made. And then when you go under the sun, your skin will have very easy to get not only sunburn, the pigmentation, the pigmentation, because no more protective layer. Understand? Okay. Then your environment. Here's a lot in your environment. Okay. There's a lot in your environment that can irritate your skin. Okay. Like some example include exposure to smoke, air pollutant. Let's say you stay in an area that is industrial area. You can be very sure every day, smokes from the factory and you're inhaling it, on a daily basis. Surely your quality of air there is no good, right? So harsh soap, certain soap are very, very strong chemically that can create also reaction, like fabrics, like wools, and some skincare product. Okay, so all these are could be products that cause you to have reactions, right? Even low humidity, like dry air. Like I used to have this problem. I cannot go to, like when I travel. Remember when I was working in Nokia? When I go to winter, oh my God, I always break out in eczema. Okay, first day is okay. Second day, third day, then it comes already. It will start here, my thigh, my butt area. Oh, then it start to get very dry. Then I have to pile up a lot of cream because of the dry skin, and it start to get itchy. And I that's why I really dislike traveling to winter those days. So, or high humidity that causes sweating and can make your itchiness even worse. So all this environment causes of irritation or triggers for eczema. And then the last but not least is your emotions, right? Like I say, if your mind is disturbed, it affect your immune system. If you are some person who have a lot of negative emotion, whether it's depression, anger, frustration, so the mental health could affect the health of your skin as well and can cause a flare-up of eczema symptoms. If you have a high level of stress, anxiety, depression, you may have more frequent flare-up of eczema symptoms, which is quite understandable. It's not like, it's not too difficult to figure out. So these are the 4 triggers: immune system, your genes, your environment, and your emotion. Okay? Thumbs up. Can I proceed now? Everybody understand? Any question? Okay, next. So now let's go into the Shastra Pramana. It's taken from Yoga Chudamani, Upanishad verse 116. It says, for him who possesses of pranayama, there will be the destruction of all diseases. For those devoid of pranayama, there will be the generation of all diseases. Okay, so let's enter into the next slide. So here are some practical practice guidelines. See, you all know that from this understanding, the trigger of eczema is just not one factor. There are a whole bunch of factors, right? So you cannot just do the Kriya and thinking that everything will be sorted out. Okay? So I've also done a few things to prescribe. Not only just detoxification, purifications, so at different layers, the physical layer, and then also your mental layer. So here, the first thing I recommend, detoxify your body by doing Nira Samyama liquid diet for 21 days or Turiyatita Samyama mucus-free diet for 1 month. Okay, so the detoxification will clean all the toxin in the body during this period. Because see, I have seen a lot of people accumulate a lot of toxin or a lot of processed food chemicals in the body, that these things, they don't know how to get rid of them. And as a result, that the body is very, very prone to irritants, very prone to, let's say emotional flare up, and then it start reacting. So if you clean yourself from all this toxin and purify the blood, it will start to help to, the healing of the eczema will be faster and more permanent. Okay, so now second step, take Ayurvedic herbs like Haritaki powder. Haritaki powder is an excellent cleansing agent, right? A neem juice, it cleanses the liver also. Castor oil, cleaning the gut. So these 3 are also recommended for purging away the unnecessary impurities in your body, which you don't know how to get rid of. It's inside your whole digestive system, and you just put them there, and then it's loaded there. It make you heavy, you make it tired, you make it dull. So when you take all these things, it start to go through the system and purge away. Okay, so the first 2 steps is detoxification, cleaning your toxin in the body. Okay, and start purifying not only the organs but also the muscle memory. Okay. Third, do these three kriyas. In yoga we also have the cleaning of the different holes, the yogic kriyas like Nithya Kriya, which is what we talked about last week in the short-sightedness kriya, right? Which cleaning the eyes, okay, eye cleaning, Nithya Kriya, which is nose cleaning, and Jalabasti, which is enema. So do these three cleaning also. See, one of the things that we need to clean is these different holes we need to clean also, okay? And then the fourth is start Swapunatwa Kriya, self-completion with all the past hangover like pain and hurt. See, when all this pain and hurt is storing inside you, obviously you haven't complete with that. All this hangover will trigger again and again your emotional ups and downs, mood swings, sadness, depression. So all this will just add more and more reason for eczema to flare. Okay, so clean up your basically deprogram your mind. Okay, deprogram your mind from your past hangovers. This is the fourth step. Okay, so basically the way to do it is list out a list of events or incidents that you feel hurt and pain. So start completing all the past pain and hurt. So that it itself will work on cleaning up a lot of the psychosomatic disturbances. Okay. Fifth, then do yoga daily if you can. Okay, followed by this kriya. Now, why you need to do yoga, right? Especially Nithyananda Yoga. Somebody just said Nithyananda Yoga is not just a physical yoga, right? It has got 12 components. It works on many different layers. He said that if you go to the gym, you will not achieve that kind of deepest level of your working in the body, because yoga works not just the physical layer, it works on all the different layers of your consciousness, it means your existence. So that's why yoga is prescribed. And yoga, one thing good about yoga is you can do in any age. Even when you're old, you can still do yoga. So it's not like some exercise you can't run already after you reach certain age because your knee is weak and you have problem with this part of the body or whatever. Certain exercise you can't do forever, but yoga is one set of science that you can do, till the last day you live planet Earth. Okay, so do yoga. If you don't have a yoga sequence of routine, at least do some kind of physical dynamic movement. Let's say for 10 minutes, just shake the body. Stand in a standing position, just completely shake the body from head to the toes. Just literally awaken all the unused energy in the body, and just let the body be fluid. It means just shake the body. Okay, it's almost like a skeleton dance, but it's not exactly skeleton dance. You just allow your body to move, activate all the stagnant energy. Then you can sit and do this kriya. Okay, so because if the energy flow is not facilitated and you do this kriya, it's not going to help. If you do yoga and all that, and you come and sit and do this kriya, the impact or the effectiveness will be much, much better. Okay, so that's why I recommend do some physical movement on yoga before practicing this kriya. Okay, so now let's enter into the kriya itself. So there are 5 steps to this kriya. The asanas to assume is Padmasana. Okay, so all of you, if you can't assume Padmasana, then at least do Ardha Padmasana. That means half lotus. Okay, try to do full lotus if you can. So let's go to the Shastra Pramana for this one. Okay, so the Padmasana is taken from Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Upadesha 2, verse 31 to 33. Okay. The translation says one should with effort place the upward facing feet on the thighs, so the the feet should be face upwards, and place the upward facing palms between the thighs. So the palms should be outward facing between the thigh, okay? Concentrating on the tip of the nose. So just sit and concentrate on the tip of the nose. Keep the tongue pressed on the upper teeth. The tongue touches the upper teeth. And the chin, tuck in the chin, which is activate your Gheranda bandha, okay? Okay, and then pushes the air slowly upwards, okay? Then slowly pull in the prana upwards. This asana is called Padmasana, which destroys all diseases filled with power through, though difficult to obtain by everyone, some intelligent people learn it. So try to do this. So the step is, when you come into the Padmasana, place the left foot on the right thigh, and then the right foot on the left thigh, so it's forward. Place the hands on top of the thigh with the palms facing upwards, concentrating on the tip of the nose. Keep the tongue pressed on the upper teeth. Press the chin down and push the air slowly upward as we inhale. Then exhale slowly. Do this step 3 times. After you finish 3 times, then you release the chin and the tongue. Okay, let's do it. So when you're done, just relax. Let's enter into the second step. Okay, so first is Padmasana. It's like a preparatory step. Now starts the pranayama, because Samana Kumbhaka, taken from Kumbhaka Padati, verse 62. It says, the translation goes, after filling the navel region with air that is spread and held all over the body, one should concentrate on the fire which is at the navel area, and this is known as Samana Kumbhaka. Okay, so let me just describe. Okay, you're supposed to do this step 21 times. So listen carefully. You're going to inhale completely till the navel is filled. So the belly will be raised, okay, when you inhale. While inhaling, visualize the prana is spreading all over the body, okay? Then hold the inhalation. At the end of inhalation, hold it. While you hold, visualize the fire from the navel burning the whole body, especially the skin disorder. Let's say you have a eczema. Just visualize the fire burning the elbow, the ankle, whatever that you have this skin disorder. When you can't hold anymore, then exhale slowly through the nose. Okay? So let me describe. When you inhale fully, inflate the belly, hold the breath, and visualize the fire or digestive fire burning off the skin disorder, the eczema. After you can't hold anymore, exhale through the nose. Okay, do this 21 times. Start. Please count yourself so that you know you need to do 21 times. So if you finish 21 times, you can open your eyes. Then we will continue with the third step. You don't? Maybe you also don't? So you continue to do, I will explain the third step. So the third step is called Udaja Kumbhaka. Okay, so it is taken from Kumbhaka Bharati, two verses, 54 and 55. It says, the moon energy is situated in the neck, back, and heel of the lower back. Neck, back, and the heel of the lower back. Okay, so frequent practice of these rikakas and visualizing aparnas from place to place is called this kumbhaka called Udavya Kumbhaka. Okay, so practicing this Kumbhaka for two gatikas, which is 48 minutes. This is what the Paragita says. These two Harakaya Pravesha Siddhi means the ability to enter into another body. Wow, so such a powerful kumbhaka. Okay, but we're not, of course, not going to practice for 2 minutes to enter another body. So what we're going to do is just for this purpose. So the technique goes: inhale first and hold the breath as long as you can judicially. Okay, then as you exhale, visualize the moon at the base of the spine. Okay, Muladhara chakra. So you're going to go chakra by chakra. Okay, so visualize the moon on the root chakra. Then again, subsequently repeat 6 more times on each chakra. Okay, so you inhale, hold the breath, visualize the moon in the first chakra, then exhale. Then again, inhale again, hold, and you visualize the moon in the second chakra, then exhale. Then inhale again, hold the breath, and then visualize the moon in the third chakra, and so on, and exhale. Okay, so understand? So visualize the moon in each chakra, then you exhale. Okay, as you exhale, visualize. So the thing is, hold already, exhale, then visualize the moon, because this is working on exhalation. Okay, this is exhalation. It's called kakas, right? So as you exhale, then visualize the moon in the chakra. So shall we get started? So you're going to do 7 such breath, because each breath is 1 chakra. Okay, ready? So I will start with the first chakra, and then subsequently you will continue on your own. So inhale fully, hold the breath as long as you can. Then as you exhale, visualize the moon at the Muladhara chakra. All right, continue now with the Swadhisthana and so on. You notice at the end or exhalation after the visualizing the moon, the Kundalini awakens. This pranayama is very powerful. Marine samadhi. Let's go in samadhi. Okay, so those of you finished the seventh chakra. Okay, fourth step. Let me describe the fourth step. So now the fourth step is called Chandra Kumbhaka, taken from Kumbhaka Parati Yogic, verse 41. The translation says, when the prana vayu, it means the wind energy, move upwards because of apana, it is called Chandra Kumbhaka. So being in which state one experiences intense awareness and restraint on prana and apana. So listen to this technique. Inhale deeply, hold the breath again as long as you can judicially. At the same time, perform Mula Bandha. That means the root lock, okay? Bandha means lock. The root chakra, center lock. See, in the base of the spine, at the perineum there, okay? That means the pelvic floor muscles. So the practitioner should press both heels between the anus and the scrotum. Okay, so it means when you're seated in this, just press it. Okay, when you're in Padmasana, you can do. Then actually you can just move it a bit. So then contract the anus, and this mudra aids in anti-aging, and it's termed called Mura Bandha. Okay, so you're going to press it and lift. Okay, so only as you hold it judicially, when you inhale, hold it, you perform the Mula Bandha. When you can't hold anymore, you relax. Okay, make sure you exhale and relax also the Mula Bandha. Okay, you do this step for 21 times. Clear? Okay, let's start. So inhale fully and deeply. Retain the breath. Then start performing the Mula Bandha. Make sure you count 21 times. When you can't hold anymore, exhale and relax the Bandha. Those who are done, we'll proceed to the last step, fifth step. This one is called Bahi Kumbhaka. Okay, Bahi Kumbhaka, taken from Kumbhaka Padati, verse 31. So this translation goes, a yogi should retain the breath outside after exhaling slowly. This is called Bahi Kumbhaka. So this is very simple. You do this step for 21 times also. So basically, you just exhale slowly and completely. Hold the breath outside judicially as long as possible. Then relax, inhale again. Okay? So do this step 21 times. So the whole point of focus is at the end of exhalation, retain the breath outside. That means empty. Hold empty as long as you can. Okay? Let's start. Those of you finished, you can just sit in silence for a while, enjoy the restful awareness for a while while we wait for the rest to complete. So for those who are done, you can open your eyes very slowly. Next slide. Okay, so we'll come to the end of this. You can, those of you who have done it, you can share. So how was it? How was this prayer? Okay. Huh? Anyone from the Zoom? How do you feel this prayer?
Step 5 is very friendly. It's the first time to hold the breath outside.
Yeah, it's normally you hold it inside, but this one is holding outside. Yeah. Very powerful after that. Kundalini get awakened also. These few meditation technique, breathing technique, very powerful, especially the last few. Can feel so much energy now. So let's see. What else? Anyone experience something interesting? So the visualization one, I think this is one prayer that involves visualization, right? You visualize the moon and the fire spreading the whole body, burning your eczema and all that. So I think this one prayer that involves a lot of visualization, at least two visualization, burning, and then the moon in your different chakra. Okay, moon is the Chandra energy, the Devi energy, infusing the Devi energy into the chakra. So those of you who had okay, I just want to recap on the practice guidelines. So make sure that if you want to do this kriya sincerely, do it at least 21 days or do it until it clears up. That means your eczema clears up. And of course, do other recommended practice like detoxification, also completing with all the emotional hangovers, the past incompletion, all that as part of the other practices that complement with this kriya, okay? So that your body will be tuned for the kriya to work at a deeper level. And also like yoga, also do yoga to make sure that your body is kept healthy and your body is actually, the energy is flowing, not stagnant. Okay, so combination of all the different practices should improve your skin disorder or skin flaring up. Okay, so the incident of skin flaring up will be reduced tremendously, and you also strengthen. See, the prana that we infuse during the kriya will help strengthen not only the physical body, the skin, but also your immune system. Remember, one of the trigger is weak immune system, right? So when your immune system is strengthened because you're working on the prana itself, it means the pranic body. So when that happens, pranic body is related to your circulatory and respiratory system. Okay, circulatory and respiratory system, which is directly affecting your thymus gland, your immunity glands. Okay, so when you work on these few things, definitely you will strengthen your immunity and trigger the healing also. The healing process starts to happen. Okay, any other question? No question? Okay, so if there's no question, I'm going to conclude now. So do this prayer. If those of you, you can recommend people with severe skin condition. Actually, I've seen a lot in Singapore. I don't know about in Hong Kong or in other places, but in Singapore, a lot of people with eczema or skin allergy. I see them even for young kids, like I've seen like in primary school kids or even teenagers. The skin is so bad, it's like scaly, it's like patches, and I feel bad for the child, honestly. They can't be taking steroid all the time. The cream that they apply has got steroid, right? So steroids are not good for the body because it's a drug and it can affect your other organs like reproductive system and other system also. So it's best to have something that is natural, like just working on the breathing in the body, right? You're not taking anything. In fact, you're purging things that you have stored inside, especially people who are non-veg, right? Non-veg because of the food source has been infused with a lot of antibiotics. See, like the chickens, the meat, they're already injected with a lot of chemicals. So over prolonged eating them, all this gets stored in your body as toxin. So many of all these chemicals, the impure food that they take, are now staying in the body and creating a lot of skin issue. Like blood is not clean, a lot of toxin inside. So it triggers a lot of allergies. Okay, so that's why if people who really want to have a more permanent cure for eczema, they can't just be doing this prayer. They need to do other supporting practices to have a more deeper layer of purification. Okay, and I think one of the source of skin problem, I remember Swamiji also say, which I didn't mention in the slides, is having very low idea about your body. It means there's some part of body you dislike. It means you don't like yourself, or you have fundamental self-hatred, okay? Or you don't like part of the body, and because of the rejection of your body, your physical body, it triggers certain skin disorder also, okay? So not liking yourself or having hatred for yourself also causes skin problem, okay? There is skin issue. So identify some of the patterns or some of the wrong mental setup that creates the eczema or also flaring up regularly. Okay, so with that, I thank you all for joining. Do share with people who need this Kriya, because that's a lot. When the statistic was shown, the millions of people are infected by some kind of skin problem. Okay, due to environment, due to food source, due to emotional disturbances, all this give rise to skin problem, because we're living in a world that filled with chemicals and pollutants now. Okay, so now let's conclude with the Purna Mantra. Thank you for joining. You can continue to share in the group chat. So if you don't have time to share today. So now, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Saubam Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam Paruka Paramastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyananda.